2-minute countdown has begun. Made a bit of a technical blunder there. They heard me telling you that the 2-minute countdown had begun.
What, Mike?
I know, right? Hot mics get people in trouble, John. Remember to speak loudly because of your noise gate, mate. Come on.
Are we on?
Yes.
You haven't said it.
Well, I have.
You haven't said, well.
Well. Hello, Sir Klaus.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am doing fine. You will eat the bugs and you will be happy, John.
No, I will not. I will not eat the bugs.
You will eat the bugs and
No.
you will be happy, John.
The bugs are only for the plebs.
The bugs are for you, John.
Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Welcome, one and all, to this episode 105
105.
of Chasing Dissent Live. From me, the man formerly in the van and now hunkering in the bunker, and from Ben in the sweltering hellhole that is the south coast of this fair land we call England.
I think my transformation into a hillbilly is complete at this point. I think I'm there.
You look like you should be in South Carolina.
Yep.
Certainly not here.
I think I should be
Mouth.
look, I should be on the porch like this, feet up, right? Got my shorts on. I should be chewing straw and going, "Keep off my lawn! Keep off my lawn!"
With a shotgun and a bottle of Jack.
Get off my lawn.
He sure got a purty mouth.
You got a purty mouth. You got a real purty mouth, John. Trudy says, "Evening, you nutters," and I hope we're not disappointing.
Trudy? Who's Trudy? That sounds new.
Trudy's been watching us for a few weeks. She's
made a bloody effort, Ben. That's what she says, and she's right. Look at the state of you, man. You're a disgrace.
You know what? I've had a hard day today.
A hard day. Hard day.
I made an effort earlier on, though. You saw me. I was in a shirt and everything.
You had a lovely shirt on. Lovely.
I was, but that was for. If you can see my name down there, I am the accused.
Yes, accused. Quite rightly so.
And so I appeared. Well, so I'll tell you. So first of all, I was told I had to go to court. Yeah. And then you saw the email. You read it. It said you don't have to go to court, and we'll update you on your case later.
Yes, that's correct.
And then they said you've got to attend via video link.
Yes, that's correct.
So then they said you have to attend at 3.
That's correct.
And then at 2:30, I was on with John, and I got a phone call saying, come into court now.
That's correct, my lad.
So I went into court, and I said, not guilty at all.
Your Honour. Your Honour.
Oh, I didn't say Your Honour. There was 3 magistrates there, and they looked like they had nothing better to do.
Trudy thinks I've been rude.
He's always rude.
I don't know what she means. How can I be rude?
I mean, he's Scottish, right? So we just give him a pass. Being rude is like second nature to them, I guess.
Where is everyone? Where is everyone?
I don't know. I'm actually quite disappointed, to be honest. They probably didn't get notifications. They're probably being dicked around, but they will arrive.
It's not like we're on at the wrong time.
Well, I do know that our wonderful Irish friend has been flying to Ireland, so I assume that
it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're a traitor. Trudy says I called her a traitor. She must have done something traitorous.
It might have been me that called her a traitor.
I have no idea. I can't keep up with this. I can't keep up. I'm getting old, Trudy. The mind is feeble.
He says getting old.
Fuck you. Have you? Mate.
Oh dear. So, John.
Benjamin.
I am now going to trial, and I was speaking to my wife's father earlier, who's been in court many a time, right? And I said, have you ever heard anyone going on trial simply for resisting arrest? And he was like, nope, never heard of that.
The other charge must still be there.
There's no other charge.
Oh, they're fucked.
There's no other charge.
No, they're absolutely. They've lost it.
Yep, simply resisting arrest. That is it. That I can't get my head around it, but you know. But we are having a 4-hour trial, John.
Yeah, well, 4 hours have been allocated. It doesn't mean you have to take 4 hours. That doesn't mean you have to go on the stand and speak for 4 hours. God help us all.
I know, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for you. Yeah. And it's not like America. We can't live stream it, you know?
No, I know. And believe me, I would if I could.
I mean, all you can do is sit in a public gallery and then report on it after the fact.
Well, I'm gonna do an Alex Belfield, John. I'm gonna report on my own case.
Well, I might come down for it.
It's too close to Christmas.
I might come down and heckle.
Oh yeah, do that.
I'll say, point of order, my lord. Point of order.
Wear a T-shirt with my face on it, and then just start heckling.
Free the Eastbourne one.
Yeah. Oh well. So John.
Ben.
What have you been up to today then? I see you put out a wonderful new video.
Yes, I put out another video. Yes, I did that. I am
about France being on fire.
Yes, and I've been struggling with my website.
Yes, you have.
Because the company that I'm leaving has gone down because of the heat.
Because of the heat. A hosting company has gone down because of the heat.
Yes, apparently they have gone down. Their website's unavailable because of the heat.
So Vaughan says, hello there. Shalini says, hi from Ireland.
Hi from Ireland.
Hi, sir, Ireland. How you doing?
I've got a surprise for Vaughan later as well.
He does. He has a surprise. I mean, John.
Ben.
Do the thing. Not that thing. Not that thing.
What thing then?
The thing where I just start screaming obscenities. That thing.
Oh right. When are you gonna start?
Shall I start screaming obscenities at them now?
Right. Go for it.
How you for fuck's sake? Fuck it.
Wrong one.
Should we try this again?
Yes, I'm just getting used to it, but
he's getting used to his new toy. He's getting. He's getting...
Right, ready? Here we
I'm
go.
ready. 3, 2, 1. Fuck you fucking cunt, fucking arsehole, you piece of fucking shit, you fucking wanker, absolute fuck you. Go fuck yourself and your mum. Fuck you.
Thank you for that, Ben.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Oh, are you padded?
Not anymore.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
I mean, I did pad myself to give you that extra beep.
You came in low, but yeah. So that worked.
I hope it did work. Trudy's laughing. Vaughn says lol. So I think we got some good responses there. Are you monitoring the chat if there is one over on brand YouTube?
Oh my God, I'm monitoring chat on brand YouTube. I'm monitoring chat on Twitter. I'm monitoring chat on Facebook.
He is all over it.
Yep. Facebook's there. There's no chat. There's one reaction of a thumbs up. Was that you?
No, I gave it a heart.
Oh right. Well, okay.
I gave it a heart.
There's no chat on BNT yet. They're usually slow to the party.
So John's got a new toy. So do you want to tell them what you have?
I've got a thing. I've got a new mixer deck called a Rodecaster. A Rodecaster Pro.
Yes.
So I'm speaking to you through it just now. I wonder if it feels any better or any worse. Ben thinks it's better.
I do. Your audio sounds great. I got a little bit of housekeeping to get out of the way. So tomorrow night, and we'll do this again later, but tomorrow night, Chasing Dissent After Dark presents Down the Rabbit Hole with Ed the Techie Round 2. This time, we're talking UFOs. That's right. And I am pleased to report that I have...
Say UFOs again. Say it.
UFOs. He's having fun with this.
Go on. The audience are going to be sick by the time this.
John.
Yeah.
UFOs.
Oh. The only problem is I've got that many effects on it. I've got 4 pages of effects.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But this is just trying it out. So, I'll you know what it's like.
I do. I'm pleased to report that we do indeed have the best supporters on the planet, and that the pleas for help towards a new laptop can now be diminished, relinquished, got out of the way, as the new laptop required arrives tomorrow. So I would like to thank you know who you are for stepping in and saying, hey, we're going to sort this out for you. So thank you very much for sorting that out, and the show can go on, so to speak. The show can go on. I'm blown away. Honestly, I'm blown away with the generosity of some people who come and follow these shows, and we just have the best followers on the planet. And then without that out the way, I can announce that next Thursday our episode of Chasing Dissent After Dark will not be on YouTube at all. So next Thursday's After Dark will be on brand YouTube, it will be on Rumble if it works, and it will be on Twitch. And there's a reason for that, isn't there, John?
Yes, there is. It's because of the possibly sensitive nature of what we're going to be talking about. Now, that just to remind you, this is next Thursday, not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
A week tomorrow.
We're giving you plenty of notice.
Who's the guest, Ben? Who's the guest?
Dr. David Cartland.
Ooh.
The NHS doctor who has been horrendously censored, has been banned on Twitter, has been banned on Twitter 5 times now, actually, was suspended and then won all his tribunals and has been reinstated and is now working once again in the NHS, right? We're going to be talking the coof. We are going to be talking the treats. And we are going to be talking the same group of trolls that targeted me and my wife on Twitter, because it appears me and Dr. Cartland have a troll group in common, don't we, John?
Oh my God, that is amazing!
Never play that again. Never.
What's wrong?
Never.
Oh, order!
What Eve?
That's the speaker from the House of Commons.
Oh, order!
Yeah, that's one of them.
Right. What else you got there?
I've got loads. I've got to use them appropriately, though.
John,
Yeah.
do we have a list?
Yes, we do have a list.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the list video you've been watching for the last 4 weeks.
Because you're too lazy to change it. Yeah, they were meant to.
Boof, 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 doof, doof, doof. Well, you weren't raving this week, John.
Well, I'm not listening to it.
He's an arsehole. What's on the list?
Okay, well, let's start off with the one that you gave me. Let's start off with AOC. AOC, known to her friends as?
Known to her friends as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
What's Alex been up to this week?
Oh, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been at a pro-abortion rally outside the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. For those who don't know who AOC is, she's an extremely far-left member of the House of Representatives, and she comes from New York. She's a New York rep, and yet she's really famous for some reason because she thinks everybody wants to date her.
Have you seen her?
I know, she's like, they're all jealous of me because they want to date me. No, they don't want to date you.
Darling,
They don't want to date you. And even if you were a pretty lady, and even if she were a pretty lady, her politics would turn most right off anyway.
She'd be like prettier if she smiled once in a while.
Don't. Just don't.
What?
But anyway,
The song? That's a line from a song.
I know, but Miss Cortez has been she was handcuffed like this, wasn't she, Dom?
Yeah, handcuffs right up the back, just like you were.
Just like I was when I was assaulted, and
You were handcuffed.
yeah, I was handcuffed, and I've actually got scars from the cuffs on my wrist. You can't really see them on the camera, but I've actually got scars on the wrist that are going to be with me for life. So there she was being marched. You know, we've got the photographs. Here she is, arms behind her back, being marched from the protest by the Capitol Police. There's only one problem, isn't there, John?
Yes, she wasn't handcuffed.
She wasn't.
She was holding her arms behind her back as if she was handcuffed.
She was pretending to be handcuffed for a photo op.
Look at me! Look at me!
She was pretending. She even turned around, so she was marching along, right? She's marching along. She even turned around and raised the fist in the air to the crowd, and then turned around and put her hand back behind her back and started walking again.
That's true.
Was that her?
No, that's just.
That's true.
That's true.
I know it's true. I know it's true.
I just did it for effect.
I know, but it's.
The audience was going to go, bloody hell, would somebody stop him?
So, at this point, you have to wonder if these people like Cortez, right? Do they actually want their job as a House of Representatives member, or do they just want to be famous?
She's playing it for TikTok likes, isn't she?
Yeah, I would say so. I think she just wants to be famous.
Yeah, I think she does. She's just an attention-seeking little troll.
Yeah, I agree. And remember, John, everybody wants to date her.
Yes, of course they do. Because
every Republican wants to date me.
She's gorgeous. Yeah. Right, so who are you going to date?
Who am I going to date?
Yeah, who are you going to date out of the two that are left?
What? Over here in the UK?
Yeah.
We have
The boys. I mean, that happened quick. I didn't think it would happen that quick. But
Wait.
boom, Kemi went yesterday.
Yep.
Penny went today.
Yep.
So we're left with Slippery Snake and Liz.
How the hell? Right. So
But the thing is, we're screwed either way now, because I was going to put. I mean, if we'd been left with Slippery Snake and Penny, I would have put my money on Penny. But with Liz the Truss, what the hell are you going to do? I mean, you've got a warmonger, or you've got a guy who's already fleeced us for, hundreds of thousands of, not millions of pounds.
yeah.
We're in a no-win situation.
We were always in a no-win situation, but what gets me is that the parliamentary party, so the MPs, just completely ignored the members, right? So the members were polled, and Kemi was their favourite. Kemi is the Conservative Party members' favourite.
That Kemi was never going to get in.
And unfortunately, I want to say it's because she's a black woman from a working class background.
Well, you could say that if you want. I think it's because she's inherently stupid.
Well, I do think she's inherently stupid, but then I think they all are, John.
Yeah, well, they all are, but she said some really stupid things on TV.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I also think there is, people don't want to say, but I think the Conservatives having somebody, right, let's take the black woman out of the equation, but having somebody from an immigrant working class family become Prime Minister on their behalf is just something that they don't want.
You still got that.
What, from Rishi Sunak?
Sorry, I tried to say that with a straight face. So who's your money on then, Liz?
Well, we know that Rishi Sunak's going to win. Rishi Sunak will be our next Prime Minister. Failing some massive scandal between now and September, Rishi Sunak will be our next Prime Minister.
It depends. I still think it depends. It depends, because I think what you'll get is Liz the Truss has got all of Boris's supporters.
Perhaps for now.
And the problem with Rishi getting in is he's not electable.
Neither of them are.
No, but that's true. See, whoever gets in needs to be a temporary one, because they can't go to an election with either of those two leading the party.
Yeah, Stuart says WEF puppets, the pair of them. Well, everybody except Kemi was a WEF puppet, weren't they? Let's face it.
They all are. Sunak reminds me of Blair. That's how bad he is.
And I am a bit worried that, he's not said anything about warmongering. Militant Mushroom says, I thought the knives were out for Rishi, but then the other choice is Liz Truss, and she wants to arm Taiwan. She's going to get us into World War III.
I'm still thinking that Rishi can't be allowed to be the Prime Minister.
Well, for what he did, I'm shocked.
I'm shocked he's in the final two.
Well, me too. Yeah, this is a man. How can the parliamentary party trust him when he's shown very clearly that he's quite happy to backstab the current Prime Minister? Right? The man that put him in the position of Chancellor, the man that gave him the chance, that put him in number 11, that elevated his status. Because before Rishi Sunak was made Chancellor by Boris Johnson, had you heard of him, John?
No, not at all.
No, I hadn't either.
It's too late for him as well, because he kind of was looked upon with a degree of respect by the British public.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until March 2020, when everything went
to pot.
Yeah, and let's face it, he was the Chancellor. He was in charge of the purse strings, Didn't help me. Didn't help thousands of, not hundreds of thousands of other or tens of thousands of other businesses.
Didn't help one of the co-hosts on my roundtable show over on the other channel. She was a self-employed tour guide, and she was left with nothing at all.
Help helped his wife to plenty of money.
Oh yeah, she got plenty of furlough, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, his billionaire wife got plenty of furlough.
yeah.
It beggars belief. And this is the man who, whilst the country is opening hundreds, if not thousands, of food banks, is building a multi-million-pound leisure centre on his property, right? He's got no idea how the average man, woman is living right now.
Yeah, I think 1.5 million is costing him.
Yeah. This man should not be Prime Minister, but then Liz Truss should not be Prime Minister. Kemi Badenoch should not be Prime Minister. Penny Mordaunt should not be Prime Minister. In fact, I'm going to go one further. All 650 of them, none of them should be Prime Minister.
We shouldn't have this system.
No, the system should go. It is time for something new.
It's time. It's time.
It's time for something that serves the people, and what we have right now is not serving the people. In fact, as we can tell, it's simply impoverishing the people. It's making us poorer.
Exactly, because we can maybe ask the potential next Prime Minister, who was the Chancellor for the last, 3 years?
Yep.
Why inflation is now sitting at 9.4%.
Well, it's directly his fault.
Are you sure?
I would say that the Chancellor.
Oh, those Russians.
Putin! And they're not going to blame them?
No, I'm not going to blame them. I'm going to blame Boris Johnson, Rishi Sunak, and the cabinet.
Yeah, that's exactly whose fault it is.
It is. It's what's happened to this country is because they closed the economy for 2 years. It is nothing to do with Putin, right?
Nothing to do with Putin.
Putin is an arse. Nobody's saying he's not.
Putin!
But he is not responsible for our inflationary problems. He is not responsible for the cost of living crisis here in the UK. The only people responsible are the people who sat in number 10, number 11, and everyone that went to the Houses of Parliament and voted in favour of those closures. They're the only people responsible. John.
Ben.
Do you have something on the list that I think is relevant? We'd have to talk very carefully about it. I'm just going to say something to you and you tell me if it's on the list, right? 1 in 5,000.
No.
I think this is kind of relevant, okay? So the German Health Ministry, verified on Twitter, right?
Uh-huh.
Genuine government of Germany, tweeted today over on Twitter.
I think we covered this 2 weeks ago, but carry on.
They tweeted it today. 1 in 5,000.
I think we covered this at least a week ago, but anyway, carry on.
But they've actually tweeted it today. They've tweeted it out.
Yeah,
1 in 5,000 people who receive their treat will receive a serious adverse event. But they are now admitting it openly on social media, is the point I'm making here.
And we covered it last week.
Yeah, but they're only doing it today, and people are only covering it today.
We're not only doing it today because it was on social media last week, because I can't see Twitter today, can I?
Well, no, but it's blowing up today.
Well, it might be blowing up today, but we've already covered it.
So you know how many people that is.
We're ahead of the curve.
We always are, but you know how many people that is in England, don't you? In England alone.
How many?
It's 24,000, John.
Yeah. Listen, I've got a jingle for you.
Oh my gosh! Can you see that juice?
There you go.
It's
juice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we covered that. And
we are always ahead of the curve, and
again, but we're right again.
Yeah, we're always right. We're very, very rarely wrong. And that, John, is why we must be silenced.
We must be.
You must be silenced. You will not speak the truth. You will eat the box. You will be happy. So let's move on.
And now, back to real news. Back to real news.
Okay, let's move on. Right,
You will eat the box.
Johnson came out with a cracker today, didn't he?
I don't know. I haven't heard what he's done today.
He called Keith. What did he call Keith?
Oh,
He called Keith a pointless human bollard.
he did. He did.
I thought that was quite witty, actually. I don't know who. Did you hear screaming?
I did. Did you hear it?
Yeah. But I think I heard it from in my headphones.
It was from my end, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it's fine. You talk to them about the bollard, and I'm going to go and see what I'm going to go and investigate.
Yes. So Johnson came out with an apt description of Keith, and one that I find very gratifying. It sums him up in a nice, concise way, doesn't it? A pointless human bollard. I like that. Holman 1. Good to see you. It's very well, thank you. Militant Mushroom. We will say nothing and we will not be happy. I'll just check and see if we've any chatter on Facebook. This is a new thing for us on Facebook. I don't know how long we'll last on Facebook, but do we have any chatter? I don't think so. Don't see any comments.
Right, well, John.
Don't have any comments on Facebook. Yes, Ben. Yes, Ben.
That seems to be a couple of people a couple of doors down from me. One is calling the other a stupid cunt.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That was a bit late, but
yeah, there appears to be some sort of altercation going on. There's banging, there's screaming. One's calling the other, it's a man and a woman by the sounds of it. One's calling the other a stupid.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's not good. So
it's not good at all.
stay out of it.
I'm coming. I've come back into the studio, John. I'm just going to stay here and entertain the folks.
You obviously thought that was your kids mucking about outside.
I did think it was my kids mucking about outside, and guess what, John? It most definitely wasn't.
I've not heard your kids call people that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would be angry or proud.
At the ages they're at, I'd probably be angry. Anyway. Moving on, so I was doing a little bit of research today, as you do, when you're bored and get nothing to do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, but I was doing a little bit of research and I was thinking, they keep banging on about the amount of people in the world and how overcrowded we are, and I was thinking, how overcrowded in reality are we?
Not at all.
Well, I don't think we're overcrowded at all, because
no.
How many billion people are there in the world?
Just roughly 7 billion, right?
7.8.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting towards it.
Okay, roughly 8 billion.
Oh. I thought, well, how many, if those people all stood in a 1 meter square in Texas, how much of Texas would that take up?
Right.
Well, 7.8 billion people would take up 7.8 billion square meters.
Right.
Okay. Do you know how many square meters there are in Texas? Just Texas. Not the United States, just Texas.
Go for it.
692 billion square meters. So, roughly 10% of Texas, if everybody stood in Texas with 1 meter square land.
Well, we're not crowded then, are we?
Oh, well, not really. We aren't. And that's the thing, because we've got some big cities and people are living in high-rise buildings and stuff like that. We're not really that crowded. And we're not actually short of food.
Well, we will be if they keep shutting down the fucking farms, John.
Well, hey, look at our other video all about what's going on in Sri Lanka, which is coming to Europe soon. So, going Dutch in Sri Lanka. Yep. Government overthrown.
People don't get...
That lets us segue lovely just into Sri Lanka, because these guys just can't do it right, can they? So what have they done?
I don't know. What have they done?
they've had a really unpopular president thrown out
Yep.
by the public, and for good reason. I mean, he banned nitrogen fertilizers in March 21, and the farming yield, the harvest plummeted. Some places as low as 70%, as much as 70% of the yield disappeared. So people went hungry. There was no tourism, obviously, because of the treats and juice, and nothing to eat and nothing to sell. So the people rose up, flung them out. Now, Prime Minister was just as unpopular because they were also in his house. Remember
I know they were. They had good fun at his house, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they've just put this guy in charge as the president. They've put the Prime Minister who's just as unpopular as the president, and was obviously following along with his plans. They've just made him the president. It's like, oh my God, do you not learn at all?
It's like every time we do one of these shows and you give me some of this information, a little bit of me dies inside, John.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Just a little bit of me dies. Just a little bit.
Sorry. Oh. Just to brighten you up. Or is it more like...
Well, that is relevant for what they've just done in Sri Lanka, surely.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Shot themselves.
Womp, womp, womp.
So we'll keep an eye on Sri Lanka and see what happens. Are they going to do it again? Because, they've done it once, so... they could do it again.
Do you know what?
Ben, what?
People need to get their news from us. Because we do cover the actual news, right? We're telling people what's going on in the world, but we're doing it in a way that I hope can relate to them, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here going, and in Sri Lanka today, they've made the former Prime Minister the President. What we are doing is saying these idiots have done exactly what they shouldn't have done, and from watching afar, I've died a little inside, right?
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to agree with me. I'm not going to, we're not going to, as a media entity, start trying to silence our competition. Even if we were to grow to a monumental scale, we'd be like, come on, BBC, come at us, bro. Come at us, bro.
BBC.
Yeah, I'd just be like, yeah, Mariana Spring. Come on, Mariana. Come on.
I've got one for the BBC.
You do.
This is a bunch of scumbags.
I think that was I can't remember. Was that Nancy? No.
No, that wasn't Nancy.
It was an American congressperson.
Yes, it.
Anyway, Europe and Britain suffering under the heat wave.
I mean, it's warm.
Yeah. So what about all these suspicious fires?
There's been a few suspicious fires in the Netherlands the last few days.
Well, yes, there has, but there's also been a few suspicious fires around in France and in the UK because
you see all them houses that have gone up in flames.
Well, yeah, and this doesn't normally happen.
No.
Grass fires, and then you don't really have the houses catching fire. But hey ho, they look like nice houses as well.
Yeah, here in the UK for sure, some nice houses have gone up.
Yeah. If you look at our latest video on YouTube about France in flames and while Britain burns, you'll see France, and in particular the part of France that's getting hammered is the part I was in, Southwest Atlantic coast. And I can tell you, I tell you in the video, and I tell you here and now exactly why they have cracking fires in France, and they have them every year because it gets really hot. I mean, we had them last year when I was in France, so there's no real difference. It's not unusual, but they have loads of old growth forest that they never clear out, and they let it burn. Yeah. So when it does go, it just runs rampant. So it's as simple as that. But
Narrative, John.
a chap who was questioned for the setting fires in France in 2012 is again under suspicion and being interviewed by the French as we speak.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, most of these fires do tend to start by human hand.
Oh yeah, they're usually a match.
You get the very odd one in which somebody's left a bottle or something and it acts like a lens. Well, it's not often.
I mean, when a pier local to me goes up in flames the day before it's meant to go into council ownership, and the day before it leaves private ownership.
Not mention Larry Silverstein.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not an insurance job, is it, John?
No, it's definitely not.
Definitely not. No. Fucking hell. But you're right. Many of these things are started by human hands, and they are. It's like the California wildfires, right? They're pretty much always started by someone.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And fire. Let's face it. Raging fire, raging infernos are one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see, right? Extremely, extremely bad for you, though. So don't start them, kids.
Don't get close. I mean, some guy in Italy who was trying to stop a fire encroaching onto the village with his tractor by digging a trench apparently got quite badly burned.
Oh dear, that's not good. But over in the Netherlands, and I think we've spoken about it already, but I will just briefly touch upon it again. Now 2 factories / supermarkets funded by one William S. Gates have just mysteriously gone up in flames all by themselves, John.
Yep.
Just two factories. I think at least one of them was doing the whole synthetic meat thing, right?
Yeah.
Just mysteriously got up in flames, John. Can't explain it.
I saw that picture a few days ago, the magnifying glass on a stand thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was Militant Mushroom, who says, no idea if it was real, but a claim was made a farmer found a magnifying glass was found in a field on a stand. Pic was on Twitter this morning. John says he saw that a few days ago. I haven't seen that, but, you know, that's...
It would have been a few days ago, because I've been off Twitter for, 2 days?
Yeah, that's true. Well, we've been off Twitter since Saturday.
Have we? Has it been that long?
It's been that long. We were banned on Saturday.
Withdrawal. Because I don't give a fuck.
Well, what exactly did our personal Twitter accounts do for the growth of our brand at this point, right? My main Twitter account, my original Twitter account, was huge for the brand. And that's purely because of the volume of followers that I had. But
I had about, I mean, you had a lot. You had about 20,000.
Yeah.
I had about 4.5 on my original Twitter account.
Now,
and I never got near it. I mean, I think the highest I got was 1,600 after that.
Now, I'm going to say something. Kind of have to be careful with how I say it.
I wouldn't even mention that at this point.
You wouldn't even mention that at this point?
Leave that. I would leave that one off.
Okay. All right, I'll leave that one off, but that I can't wait to talk about that, John.
Yeah, that'll be a good one, but we could do a special on that actually.
We can once it happens.
So what I'd like to talk about now is the ridiculousness of woke.
I mean, I can't open one. I actually can't say it for legal reasons, and that's why I think John's just silenced me, because it's part of my ongoing case.
Yes, wait until the case is over.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm speaking about the ridiculousness of woke because Netflix has been castigated for filming and exploiting the Holocaust, for filming part of Stranger Things in a disused prison in Lithuania.
And?
I don't understand how that's exploiting the Holocaust.
Well, first of all, it's not. But what they're trying to do is say that the prison itself was probably used as a holding facility during the Holocaust, right?
Yeah, it was used. It was used by the Germans and the Gestapo and whatever, and former Soviet bloc. But
right.
Well, it's a disused prison, and they filmed a prison scene in it.
Well, yeah, they filmed an entire prison story in it, not just a scene. But
how's that exploiting the Holocaust? nothing to do with the Holocaust.
Well, first of all, I can tell you exactly who's not claiming it's exploiting the Holocaust, and that's the government of Lithuania, who would have gave them permission to film here. They would have made some handsome money off of Netflix.
So my next question is, the people that hold music concerts in this prison, are they exploiting the Holocaust?
No, right. So let's talk about the ridiculousness of woke, right? The ridiculousness of woke only applies to the West. So woke itself only applies to the West, because the second you start going to other cultures, the second you go somewhere like Japan, I mean, Japan is a pretty homogenized society, shall we say.
Yeah.
And many other countries around the world are very much homogenized societies who think of things like diversity quotas as ridiculous, shall we say. And it's not exploiting the Holocaust. What's happened here is a bunch of woke people are looking for an excuse to castigate Netflix, and that is it. Yeah, so it's like, for example, when
it comes back, doesn't it?
But listen, when Ghost in the Shell, I don't know if you know what Ghost in the Shell is.
I'm not completely stupid.
Right, so when Ghost in the Shell was made into a movie, it had Scarlett Johansson in the lead role, right?
Yes.
And the makers of the movie were absolutely slammed. Oh my God, we've got a white woman in the lead role. Yeah? It's a Japanese anime. Oh, it's racist, whatever. And the maker, the creator of Ghost in the Shell had to actually come out and say, I like Western women, and if you actually watch Ghost in the Shell, I designed her as a Western woman. She's a robot, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, they will go after things they know nothing about. They will. Ridiculous is an understatement. They're evil, John.
They are.
They're evil.
Completely.
And the whole ideology is evil, because these are the type of people who just say they don't like homogeny, right? Oh, we need diversity. We don't like homogeny, except for when it comes to the way you think. Because if you are not homogenized with them entirely, in your thought process, in your ideology, in your world outlook, in the way you look at things, you are evil. You must be destroyed. You must be fired. You must be cancelled. You must be this. You must be that.
Yep.
These people are evil, and they should not be entertained. But unfortunately, we all, as a society, not just here in the UK, but over in the USA as well, we let our guard down, and we let these people put on suits and go to universities and teach our children and become our journalists and take over our social media companies. And despite the fact that they are a tiny minority, they are in charge of the institutions.
Indeed.
Oh, those Russians.
So, those Russians have fined Google 374 million over illegal content relating to the Ukraine invasion.
And Google definitely won't pay it, of course.
Well, yeah, they'll just get flung out of Russia then.
I don't think they care.
Yeah, well, they probably don't, but yeah, so...
Look, listen, Vladimir Putin and his boys are already knocking up Rugal as we speak, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like when McDonald's left, they went, oh, we're going to take McDonald's and we're going to make Whiskey Donald's. Yes. When they open the burger places, they still get the same, except for a Big Mac, they get Big Vlad. That's right, Big Vlad. There you go.
Yeah. Right, so, I mean, it's no different from the EU fining Google, so I don't know why people would be all upset about Russia doing it. And it's not even that big a fine, because the EU fined them millions, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. Let's face it. Google are not allowing both sides of the argument. And people say, there are no both sides. That's because you can't hear the other side, right?
There's always two sides to every argument.
Yeah, and that's not for me saying that I am on the other side. I'm not on either side of this, and I don't think you are, John.
But you can't make a valid judgment if you only ever hear one side.
Exactly.
called propaganda.
And then when the other side makes a point, and this is something, and I really don't, this isn't how it sounds, but when they make the point of the Nazis in Ukraine, right?
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. And then they just go, there are no Nazis in Ukraine. And then you look at a BBC documentary from just like 2010, and they're like, look at all these Nazis in Ukraine.
Yep. But what you want then is
Fact check false.
I mean, if you want, John,
Yeah.
fact checkers. Let's talk about fact checkers for a minute, shall we?
Go on.
What even are these things, right?
They're basically an extension of the propaganda arm of the mainstream media.
Yeah, I mean, they're 14-year-old boys in their mama's basement just going, that's not true.
I think it's worse than that. I think they're like 33-year-old boys in their mother's basement.
Just going, we decided that's not true, and because we decided we're fact checkers.
I don't think that's quite right. I don't think that's quite right. I'll make another statement that sounds similar to the one you made. Not quite the same though.
Not quite the same.
Answer that statement and prove that statement false.
Yep.
And completely disregard what you actually said.
PolitiFact.
Yeah, that's exactly how fact checkers work.
Exactly how fact checkers work. You're not wrong. It's so frustrating because you go and look at something on PolitiFact or one of these other fact checking organisations, and they'll go claim like Joe Biden shit himself in the Vatican, right? And then they'll go, there's no evidence that Joe Biden farted in the Vatican.
Yeah, that's not what we said.
That's not what we said. We said Joe Biden shit himself in the Vatican, and evidence says he more than likely did shit himself in the Vatican, right?
Probably did.
Probably did. Yeah, good old Joe.
He probably thought, oh, this is a bit satanic for me.
John,
Ben,
I need you to entertain them again for just 1 minute.
Oh, are you getting more noises outside?
My dog is going mad. You see what's going on.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to have a science moment. I'm going to start talking about the James Webb Space Telescope. So if you want to turn off, by all means do so. So the James Webb Space Telescope is up there and apparently bringing us back these gorgeous images of space that are completely made up. Because the James Webb Space Telescope sees in the infrared. And that's why it's got to be so cold. That's why it's way out there at the Lagrange point. And the light that it's gathering is coming from apparently billions of years ago. So I have a lot of questions about how the James Webb Space Telescope can actually be gathering what they're showing us, because the inverse square law would tend to indicate that there wouldn't be that much light coming back anyway, especially from billions of years. So it's just not quite believable. And of course their beautiful images are certainly not believable. I did try and find out how many graphic artists were employed at NASA, and they really do hide it. They hide where all these people are because they tend to use contractors a lot rather than NASA employees. So it's quite difficult to find out how many graphic artists they've got, but I do know that they have a lot. I'm just talking about the James Webb Space Telescope and how the shiny new images have been presented to us as real, when really they're all constructs. They're all constructs.
And I can't speak to the veracity of your claim, but
well,
okay.
They are. The James Webb Space Telescope sees an infrared. So when you're presented with a full high-def color image, it's got to have been generated by a person.
Well, I would say so, if it's only capturing infrared images, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And the big point I can't get over is the inverse square law, right? Mm-hmm. So the amount of light that you gather with each subsequent meter is going by the square of the distance. So how can they possibly get light from what they're saying is the beginning of time? You know, it just can't happen.
Okay. Shall we move on, John?
Stuart Holt says they are cartoons, and I tend to agree with you, Stuart.
Okay, shall we move on, John?
Yes, let's move on.
Shall we give Vaughan his surprise?
Oh, Right? Should we? Okay. See, there's these little bits here just to tease him at the end.
So, if you're enjoying this show, you're enjoying the content, and you're enjoying the videos, then please consider heading over to patreon.com/Chasing Dissent. That is patreon.com/Chasing Dissent, or indeed subscribestar.com. You can use the Russians. Subscribestar.com/Chasing Dissent. And chucking us a little donation from as little as £1 a month.
We just need cash.
I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash.
Oh, fucking hell.
Did you like that?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You liked that one.
John, finish the sales pitch.
That was George W.
Yeah,
Oh, I think we've pretty much covered it. Just send cash, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh. Right.
Oh, my God.
Talking about cash.
Yeah.
This is the one I can't get my head right, and it's back. It's back again, isn't it? To those.
Oh, those Russians.
So we're back to the Russians, right? So the Russians shut off. You know, the Gazprom shut off the Nord Stream pipeline to Germany.
Yes.
And the mainstream papers have been going nuts about it.
Yes.
But it happens every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's always turned off for 10 days of maintenance.
Yes.
Right. Now, EU's speculating already. If they keep the gas shut off, it's meant to come back on tomorrow, Thursday.
Right.
Keep the gas shut off, it could cause a European recession.
Oh, those Russians.
Do you know what I say to that? If if the Europeans actually believe this to be the case, yeah, why would they literally tell Russia that they could cripple them?
Well, especially when what's the West doing right now, right?
Right.
What are they doing right now to Russia?
Sanctioning them, John.
Yes, they've imposed sanctions on Russia.
Yes.
And then they go and tell Russia, don't turn off our gas, though.
Please do not turn off the gas, yeah? Russia, it is me, Angela Merkel. Please do not turn off the gas, yeah?
It gets better.
Right.
So Gazprom have come out and said, well, you might not get all your gas back tomorrow because one of the turbines is missing.
We do not know what turbine has gone. It just disappeared.
You know where the turbine is. They just can't fix it because of the sanctions.
What we do in what we say in Russia when this type of thing happen is checkmate.
It's a cracker, isn't it?
You must release sanctions or you're not going to get gas back.
Oh, we can't put a turbine. We can't build the turbine back together because we have no parts.
No, you do not send parts. You say sanction, and then we say you no get gas. And if you want gas, then you release sanction. You send part. We drink vodka. We get more rich because your sanctions only make us more rich, and it's all good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Putin! I might have the cancer of the brain, but I am 5 steps ahead.
Yeah, I think he is, actually. So, Britain's getting a new nuke.
Huh?
We're getting a new nuke.
Why?
We're getting a new nuclear reactor.
Oh, we're getting a new reactor.
Yeah, the government have given the go-ahead for Sizewell C.
That's good.
Cumbria.
That's good.
So there you go.
That's good.
I think it's sensible.
I think it's very sensible, and I think if the green clowns want green energy, then they need to get on board with nuclear.
Mm-hmm. And we're still waiting to hear if if they're going to approve the new electric car fuel factory.
So you mean the coal factory?
Yes, the coal mine.
Yeah, the coal mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is electric car fuel. No matter how much people want to deny it, electricity is electric car fuel. And how do we mostly get electricity?
Gas and coal.
Gas and coal. Yeah. It's if they want green energy, get on board with nuclear.
Nuclear's the only way, people.
We might all end up radioactive at some point. We might all end up glowing green, right? But at least it's the colour you want to go. Just saying.
Yes.
At least, yeah. A good evening, Luke Honeyfunder, over on YouTube. He says, good evening, gentlemen. Greetings from Newcastle. Well, hello, Newcastle.
Good evening.
And Luke is actually someone who used to follow me on Twitter right back at the beginning of everything I did. And was a really big supporter. And it's lovely to see him. He came back to the ether just before I was banned from Twitter again. And I think John's trying to set up another sound effect, it sounds like.
Oh, I was just looking to see what I had.
It's just, right, so...
I don't have anything that's appropriate to me.
He's got his new toy, and he's going to play with it. And that is...
I'll use it less and less as the shows go on.
Well, I think...
I think it's pretty good. It's quite appropriate, some of the stuff.
I think it's very appropriate, but I think maybe going forward we just use appropriate. I said nothing, Luke. He said, I heard about the banning. What was it you said? Just like last time I was banned from Twitter. No reason given. No tweet given. Same again this time. No reason given. No tweet given. But me and John here were miraculously banned at the exact same time, weren't we, John?
Yeah, exact same time.
It's almost like it was coordinated. What do you think, John?
I think it might have been, Ben.
I think it might have been
coordinated.
But you can find us over on Truth Social at Chasing Dissent and at Chasing Dissent Official. So Chasing Dissent Official. Or if you are on Gettr, you can find me at Dissent Media and him at Jaipo, Jaipo. Go and find us over there, and we will still be making the noise. But Twitter, we may not be done with you yet, and that is all I am going to say for now.
Indeed.
So,
tell me, what do you know about this chap called Harry Styles?
He likes dressing in women's clothing.
My daughter brought me...
He can't sing.
Yes, my daughter brought him to my attention the other day, right?
And he's just been in a Marvel movie in the post-credits scene.
Oh, okay. As what?
Thanos' brother. He was in the post-credit scene of the Eternals.
What? He was the runt of the litter, then, wasn't he?
Yeah, the runt of the litter, yeah.
So what is it with this guy? Why has he been picked up as some kind of, fashion influencer? I mean, the guy's a joke.
Because he was in One Direction.
But his dress sense is even worse than Lewis Hamilton's.
It's way worse, yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen Hamilton recently? He's vying for some of the worst stuff I've ever seen.
I mean, we talk about Ezra Miller sometimes, right?
Yeah.
There's Ezra Miller once dressed up as a butt plug, John.
Was that a fancy dress party?
No, it was fashion. It was on a catwalk, and I'm telling you now, the only way you could have described how he was dressed was a butt plug.
That's wrong.
It was this black coat that started here and then went down in bubbles like this.
Oh my God!
And it was just like Ezra's a butt plug. But these. The fucking idea of fashion. You see all this shite on the catwalk, and they've got like all these things coming off their heads and going over. Lady Gaga dressed up in a dress of meat. I saw that and I thought, put it on the fucking barbecue, woman.
And the Barbie, yeah.
Stop wearing it. You're wasting good food. Speaking of that, I actually made a lovely dinner tonight. I made chicken drumsticks that I ovened up, right? And then I added them to the griddle pan for the last 5 minutes and then mixed them up with barbecue sauce, made some lovely barbecue chicken drumsticks, and then slow baked jacket potatoes. And that was it. And just, oh, what a lovely meal. What a real food, John. All this processed shit that you get. When I eat a meal like that, I feel good. When I eat a meal like chicken breast steak that you get in breadcrumb, I feel shit. Right?
Yeah, because that's, I mean, I was looking for some olives the other day, and you think olives are a good. Well, you don't like olives, but olives. Olives are a good healthy snack. They're high in fat,
right?
And they don't have much in the way of carbs in them at all.
So we could have gone with pork scratchings then, John.
Well, pork scratchings are great. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pork scratchings are fantastic.
Yes, anyway, they are.
But as long as they're not covered in sugar and shit like that. Okay. But anyway, so my wife went to get me some olives and she came back without any olives. And she says, "Do you know what the olives were in?" Now remember, this is what olive, when do you get from olives?
Olive oil.
Yeah. So the olives were in rapeseed oil.
Huh?
Yeah. They were in the deli counter, and when you looked at the ingredients, it was olives, rapeseed oil, sugar. I mean, what the fuck are these people thinking? Why are you putting olives and rapeseed oil? Because it's cheap shit, that's why. And it's toxic, because it's full of omega-6.
This is toxic.
Yeah, but it's 6
John,
and a half. Yeah.
I can quit whenever I want.
Oh, there's BNT chat.
There isn't.
There is.
Hello, brand new tube. What do you have to say?
Oh.
What I got to say, John?
Not a lot. Something about Nazis and something like that. I think we must have been earlier on. It's Obi-Wan Nobby.
But he's over on YouTube now.
Yeah, he's obviously he was getting ignored on BNT. Come to YouTube anyway. It gives us more views.
Helps us in the algorithm. And if you are watching on YouTube, please like it. Click the like button.
Please.
And share it. And click the share button and tell people to come. Tell your friends. Oh. Tell 2 friends and tell them to tell 2 friends and tell them to tell 2 friends to tell 2 friends and so on and so forth. And then we can have ourselves the pyramid scheme, John.
Yeah.
You will obey.
Yeah.
You will eat the bugs.
You will obey.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to rubblize!
I just liked that one. I actually pressed the wrong button there. Right, so
so Adam says, "Hey, that's new. I feel like I've just strolled into something mind-altering." And good evening.
Oh, here's a combo. I'll give you a combo.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Combo.
Oh, order!
No.
No.
Hold on. Oh, I'm on the wrong page.
He's got a thing where he presses buttons and it does things, and it costs him a few £100, and he's playing with it.
Fear is freedom. Subjugation is liberation. Contradiction is truth. Those are the facts of this world, and you will all surrender to them. You pigs in human clothing.
There. That sorted out.
That was good.
Yeah.
Adam says, "I'm amazed that John can do all those voices."
Oh, yes. And
Tell me about the sexuality. It's in your DNA.
That was just a Charlie Rose interview. Just a clip from that.
Okay.
Shut up already. It's science.
Right, moving on.
With that in mind, let us pray.
Oh.
Dear the lovely science, the wonderful science, the science. You have kept us safe and effective for these last 2.5 years. And we thank you, the science. You have not crippled the economy, the science.
Safe and ineffective.
Thank you, the science.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shut up already. It's science.
Speaking of science,
yeah.
So UK has ordered more juice for the pox. They now say they have 2,000 cases
of
some monkeypox.
Of the,
They're still flogging this dead horse, aren't they?
They are not afraid of the monkeypox. we keep trying the monkeypox. They are not afraid. I'm sorry, but this is such a dead horse to flog. The monkeypox. Oh, so Adam says, does it also cure Marburg too, which is now out there? It's out there. Marburg. It's out there. Have you found the one you want to use?
No. I don't think I've got it.
So for Sunday's show, John, or even if you want to use it tomorrow night, yeah? If you want to use it tomorrow night.
Got this one.
Right. You know what it is!
He said that without his lips moving.
Do it again, John. You know what it is! See? It's true. It's true. He do. He said the chair. Adam said the chair creak at the end of that recording is amusing.
Yeah.
What?
The creaky chair.
Yeah, well, it cost a lot of money. I don't know why it's so creaky. I'll probably oil it up.
What goes on between you and your chair just stays between you and your chair.
I call her Stephanie. I call her Stephanie, John. She got a pretty mouth just like you, John.
One here I haven't used. I'm going to push it to see what it says.
What?
There's one here I haven't used, so I'm going to push it to see what it says.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh no, that's the juice one. It's alright, I have used it.
The juice is loose for the monkeypox.
Right, Biden.
Papa.
Uncle Joe.
Pedo Pete.
Pedo Pete, Uncle Joe, is being pressured to declare a climate emergency in the US.
Yes. Okay. He doesn't even know
why.
Yeah.
What's causing it. But we know what's causing it, don't we? We always know what's causing it.
Well, yeah. Luke Honeyfunder asks us a question, and it's actually quite a relevant question. It's a housekeeping question, actually, John, because you are the one that's working on this. He says, question for you guys. Any news on the forum? Any ideas when it might be up and running? Because I would definitely support and use it. Well, we are going to provide something, a space for people.
Yes, I'd like to see something by the weekend.
So you're hoping to have something ready by the weekend?
I'd like to see something by the weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Is that directed at our Adam?
No.
I was going to say. And then Gettr on Twitch is asking where they can buy a frog. I mean, like Adam said, Gettr, go to a pet shop. There you go. Go to a pet shop.
I think you want to buy a frog. It keeps saying the disturbing part though is he keeps saying, and in brackets says not for sexual reasons.
So what you're saying is it's probably for sexual reasons.
Well, if you're going to say it more than once, it's probably for sexual reasons. Although I don't know how good a frog are.
I mean, it could just be trolling, right? It's probably. I mean, it's odd trolling if it is, but
it's different.
It is different, and we'll give points for creativity.
I wouldn't go and buy a frog. You could search one down.
But yeah, just go to a nice pond at night and listen for the ribbit.
Yeah, ribbit.
Right, shall we move on?
There's only 2 items left.
Only 2 items left. Well, we are an hour and a quarter into this.
Oh well, that's actually worked out fine. Did you hear about the Indiana shooting?
The one with the hero.
Yes, the one with the hero. So the chap that went shooting went to the toilet with 2 rifle, a sig sauer, and an M&P.
Yep.
He came out with a sig. He came out using, and he had a Glock as well. So he had a lot of rounds. I mean, a Glock. I think a Glock holds 17.
Yeah.
And that's just a pistol. And then came out with the 2 rifles, and he shot 3 people.
Managed to kill 3 people in 15 seconds.
3 people, and then a 22-year-old
hero,
non-military chap.
Yes.
Non-military trained, non-police, 22-year-old with a legally carried firearm, shot him from a good range.
40 yards.
Yep, that's not a bad range. I was 95% accurate at 50 yards.
He managed to unload 10 rounds and hit 8 rounds on the assailant.
That's a lot of rounds to put into someone.
And all in, so he dropped the assailant within 15 seconds of him beginning his rampage.
Yeah.
And
that's the main reason for that not being a rampage.
Well, exactly. He saved many lives, this young man did. 22 years old. He was just getting ice cream with his girlfriend, I believe. They were at the ice cream stand. And he saw it. He reacted. He had a constitutional... So, where he was in Indiana, constitutional carry laws only came into effect on July 1st of this year. And so he was constitutionally carrying. And he's saved countless lives.
Yep.
And all power to the young man. I don't know his name, but a good guy with a gun is always better than no guy with a gun in a situation like that.
What is it? The NRA weren't slow to tweet. They jumped on it, and of course they said, "We've always said that the only antidote to a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun."
Well, it can only be because you can't take a knife to a gunfight. That's what they say, right?
You can't do that.
You can't do that, and I've always argued, and perhaps I'm wrong, or I don't know, but in this country, for example, the only people that aren't firearms officers like yourself used to be, who are carrying firearms, are bad guys, right? And if a bad guy with a gun comes into your home, you have no way of defending yourself against that bad guy with a gun. And
unless you creep up behind them and hit them with something heavy.
Well, exactly. But if you're face to face with a bad guy with a gun, and he's got a gun, and you've got maybe a baseball bat, your baseball bat is not going to cut it. It's as simple as that.
It depends.
If you swing faster than he can pull, maybe.
No. It depends. It depends. I can show you. And I'll leave it at that. But there are ways of taking out a man with a gun without a gun. But there are nothing criteria that you need to have, and you need to know what you're doing.
The average person in their home,
person's gonna lose.
Yeah. It's a simple
yeah. Yeah, Adam says, use a high-powered laser off Amazon with a series of magnifiers and a can of butane and a lighter. Yeah. How many arms do you have, Adam? Are you like Dr. Octopus?
And this is why he's our tech guy.
Yeah, because he lives in a different reality.
I love him dearly. I really do, John. I love him dearly.
Oh my God, I'd hear that kind of appropriate.
Oh, Adam.
Shut up already. It's science.
Adam. We don't need to fundraise for the new computer anymore. It is sorted. The new computer will be here tomorrow, and it is the one we needed as well. So I just thought I'd let you know that. But we are all good. Thank you once again to the person who helped out with that. You know who you are. and it was very generous to help out, especially as this one is about to die a death. I mean, earlier on, John, how bad was it before? I had to go and get a new cable from a box, and everything went down. And
it appeared to be the cable, not the computer.
Well, the computer's absolutely dying, John. I'm on one port now. I'm on one port.
You've been on one port for like 6 months.
Yeah, I know, but it's dying. It's
right.
dying.
Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
Last item on the list. Okay. Police in Japan are hunting for a wild monkey that has attacked 10 people, including a baby and 2 4-year-old girls, in the space of 2 weeks. The local mayor's office has distributed flyers warning people to be on the lookout as the search for the animal continues. Police are to be on high alert and have set traps for the monkey as they warned people not to leave their windows open. In the most serious attack, the primate entered a family home and badly scratched a baby.
See, that's not good.
Yeah, no, I know. I was vacuuming when I heard my child crying, so I turned around and saw the monkey had grabbed her by the legs while she was playing on the floor. It looked like she was trying to drag her outside. So there you go. The monkey is described as between 40 to 50 centimeters in height. It also invaded a local kindergarten classroom and scratched another 4-year-old girl, according to reports.
Is this a kid monkey that just wants to play with other kids?
I think maybe it's a monkey that's had a bereavement. It's maybe had like a
lost a baby, lost a child.
Yeah, lost the baby, had a stillborn baby or something like that, and it's maybe looking for a replacement. That's what I'm thinking, because it seems to be going after kids.
Yeah, it does seem to be. Kids seem to be.
Yeah,
but
and it's not going to try and eat a kid. I mean, I like babies, but I couldn't eat a whole one.
No, Jesus Christ. And he's Scottish as well. It's a baby, John.
It's a baby. It's just a snack.
Jesus Christ. Oh, we've sunk. We're down. We're there.
Oh, right, of course we are. Of course we are.
He's looking at his thing again.
I don't know if there's anything to go out on.
He's looking at his thing again.
Oh no. Obviously we just lost the satellite feed. That sucks.
Okay. See, there we go. If it wasn't for the fan stirring your hair, you would look like you'd frozen.
Yeah, I know. The fan's really fucking it up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's mate.
I was trying, just.
Yeah, you were trying but failing.
If I had no hair like you, it would be all right.
I nearly shit myself.
Oh, you know what? 105 episodes deep, right? I love every fucking minute of this show. I really do. And I hope that they do as well, because
I mean, I really do. I mean, and I hope they do this.
We just need cash.
I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash.
Yeah, I remember that. Adam's going on about the X-Files episode.
Patreon.com/chasing.
Patreon.com/chasing Dissent or subscribestar.com/chasing Dissent.
Yeah. John.
Right, I'm going to stop playing with it.
I was going to say one more time. Tell them what your toy is. Go on. Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's a Rodecaster Pro.
And what is a Rodecaster Pro, John?
Basically a mixing deck.
And then you've got buttons that you use.
It's got a memory thing that you can program, jingles into, which is quite good.
And yeah, you could send BTC. We'll take BTC. I've got BTC wallet. You can send BTC. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just contact my wife on Twitter and she'll send you the BTC wallet.
It's in any of the YouTube or BNT streams or anything.
It is, yeah. You can just send BTC. It's in the description.
Yeah,
it's in the description.
It was Adam that mentioned it.
Yeah.
You should know this.
So yeah, BTC is a thing that we can take, and we will happily accept anything towards the cost of not just this show, but all of the other stuff, the second channel, the live stuff, the on the ground stuff. It all costs a lot of money, and we do appreciate the support.
There's an item that we could maybe talk about in the other channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
On the other channel.
Yeah, you know, the media channel, the one for
youtube.com/megapint1 is Liberty Media, our second channel, where we talk about mundane, normal, boring life and pop culture and movies, and we just give our general opinion. In fact, I have recorded a show with one of the new co-hosts over there. His name is Ollie. In fact, many people used to follow him on Twitter. He was always a good friend of mine. We are doing a show called the Dismal Disney Roundtable. And we are basically doing the reviews of Disney products and parks and things like that those with access won't. And what do I mean by those with access? I mean, like I used to be Disney Access Media, where they give us special events, special parties, after hours, free food, free alcohol, free this, that and the other. Give us an experience that the general public wouldn't get, so that we would then turn around and say, it was great, it was fantastic, please go and give your money to Disney. But now, as a full paying member of the general public, I can give honest reviews. But the thing is, I did kind of give honest reviews back then, and they didn't like it, but they also, because of their diversity thing, couldn't really touch me and Lisa, who were doing it, because we're disabled, right? We had a bit of a shield. That's all I'm saying. But we can really go for it now. And so the Dismal Disney Roundtable will premiere this Friday at 8 PM. Just me and Ollie. Yeah, go and listen for some honest opinions on things like if you're going to take your kids off to see the new Avengers thing at Disneyland. We'll tell you what it's like. And believe me, I say it's not worth the money. I'll tell you now. But it's an embarrassment. But yeah. Go over to that channel. We're about to release a Stranger Things Season 4 review as well, aren't we, John?
Yes, I'm hoping to have that out tomorrow.
Well, I was going to say, we filmed it twice, and we've edited it twice, and...
Yeah.
We're perfectionists over here. Aren't we, John?
Maybe not. But we do like things to look good. And I mean, I think our content's getting better and better.
I think so too. I think our content, we're putting a lot more time, effort, and dare I say, money into it. I mean, how much went into your roadcaster just there?
Yeah, well, I've kind of tried to put it through the business, but I don't know. So I'm getting it on Amazon on one. It's on a deal.
You did get it on a deal, yeah.
And two, I'm getting to pay it up over 4 months, 5 months, something like that, at no extra cost.
Which is good.
Well, actually, when you get something like that, when inflation's at 9.4%, you're actually paying back with devalued money, so you're getting it even cheaper.
Exactly. If you can get finance whilst... no, I'm not going to give financial advice, even though I probably am qualified to do so. I'm not going to give financial advice. But, yeah, I should just say...
Yeah, I'm not
paying things back with devalued money.
I'm not recommending anyone does what I do, but...
no.
That's one of the benefits of inflation. If you can borrow money, you're paying back...
less.
You're paying back less.
You're paying back less.
As long as you're getting a low enough interest rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're paying back less. So, but we're not giving financial advice. No, even though I'm probably qualified to do so, I'm not going to.
And you're certainly not insured to do so.
No, not at the moment. No, definitely not. John.
Ben.
John.
Ben.
105 episodes.
I know, pedo monkeys.
Is its name Peter?
No, it's just Obi-Wan Nobby said pedo monkeys. There's no point in me doing a Sean Connery. It's Ben that does the Sean Connery.
Do I?
Well, I don't. You do stupid Scottish accent.
I've never done the Sean Connery, John.
I just have an accent. I don't do accents.
I'm stuck on "You've really eats the bugs" today.
They will eat the bugs and they will be happy.
You've really eats the bugs. I'm trying to do it in sort of. We were talking earlier. I was like trying to sound like Bane from The Dark Knight. And, hello, you will eat the bugs and you will be happy.
Oh, I wonder how Facebook's getting on.
Is anybody actually watching us on Facebook?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
I mean, you pestered me, and we get no traction at all.
It doesn't matter. We're a brand new page over there with 12 likes, John.
Yeah, we're hardly brand new. We've been there for months.
Yeah, but have we even used it?
Well,
no.
Build it, don't come.
But if we build it and don't tell them it's there, of course they're not going to come, John.
Why does it do that? Every time I click off the page, it just stops.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't make any sense, but...
Anyway...
If you're on Facebook, click the link in the description right now, well, in the chat, facebook.com/Chasing Dissent. If you have a Facebook account, go like us over there. We're live there as well right now. See? Hi, nobody on Facebook. How are you? Literally talking to the ether. There we go.
Indeed you are.
Indeed I am. Anyway, John.
Ben.
Do you think it might be time to consider doing the housekeeping one more time before we go?
The housekeeping? You
Sure.
mean housekeeping?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed the way we present the news to you tonight, and if you've had fun, then please return tomorrow night for Chasing Dissent After Dark with Ed Techie. Down the Rabbit Hole episode 2 UFO. Stuart says, see you tomorrow, guys. Look forward to it. See you tomorrow, Stuart. And if you think we are good enough and we deserve it, then please consider giving us £1 hard-earned pound a month. £1 a month towards the running of the shows over at patreon.com/Chasing Dissent, or indeed subscribestar.com/Chasing Dissent. If you want to give more than £1 a month, there are other options between £1 a month and up to £20 a month, but £1 a month is what we ask off of as many people, obviously, who can afford it, to help keep these going, and also to like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. John, I am exiting studio mode.
Just need cash.
I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash.
Please do not send us blankets. It's too warm for blankets.
You can send me blankets in December, right? I'll take blankets in December.
Anyway, what I'd like to do is thank everyone, one and all, for attending this episode 105 of Chasing Dissent Live. From me, the man formerly in the van, and now saying good night. And from Ben.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, John.
Good night, Ben.
Good night, one and all.
May your God go with you.
Time for this evening, so it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
Stop playing with my bust!
Good night, everybody.
Good night, children.
Good night, Daddy.
You're a what?
A pianist!
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
You have been a delightful audience. So, good night. Thank you.
Oh, my bottom hurts. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Jim Bob.
Oh, I did love that hamster so. I took it into bed with me every night, you know.
Good night, everybody.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have to go now. I've been standing here for a very long time. I think the end of the show must have come and gone.
There you go. That's our solar system.
You forgot Uranus.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening. You've been very nice to work to.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Good night, Jim Bob.